Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey, GT7, and welcome to the episode. In this episode, we're going to be only using one build for Tokyo Expressway 600, and it's going to be using the Audi R8 V 2016 at Tokyo Expressway with its engine swap. So in this episode, I'll be covering on how to get the car, the parts you'll need for both the tuning shop and for car customization. I'll also go through the process of how to install an engine swap, either by just buying one from GT Auto or how to redeem a engine swap ticket at your garage. So hopefully this episode will help a lot, and if for some reason the tune itself doesn't really help you that much at Tokyo Expressway, I will highly suggest to save the car, save the setup, and then just use it for Le Mans 700 because it's going to be pretty effective, especially in very long straightaways in any particular track. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So you guys are very curious on how to grab this car? Well, that's going to be pretty simple. This car can be either one as a ticket car, or you can just simply get it at Brand Central, which we're about to do. So in the Audi dealership, here it is. It's going to cost you about 300,000 credits in the game just to grab this car. It's unfortunately a car that will have to nerf in the game since it's over that 600 point PP criteria for Tokyo Expressway, but that's going to be it for stage 1 on how to get the car. After we grab the car, we're going to be mainly focused on the swap itself. It's going to be the Bugatti Chiron engine swap. It's going to cost you a lot of credits, 1.6 million credits to be exact. Now, in order for you to buy a swap, you have to be collector level 50, which is a hot pink magenta number on top of the screen where that blue arrow is pointing at. Once you reach that level in the game, that'll give you the perk to buy swaps and buy certain ultimate parts for certain cars. Now, let's say, for instance, you're not that level just yet, but you like to experience this engine and want to figure out how to do it. Just go to your home, just go to your tuning parts, and in that whole list of tuning parts, you'll collect parts for certain cars throughout the whole game, depending on how long you play the game. And you'll also find yourself with a pretty impressive stack of engine swaps, also depending on how much you play the game as well. For us, thankfully, we do have the engine. Just make sure you look out for this particular taskbar and make sure it has the word compatible on the top right. This is in fact the Bugatti Chiron engine swap. And what you're going to do after you see this tab, you're going to select it. You should see this screen right here, big old paragraph with, of course, that white button say install. It gives you the latest stats on what the car will be like if you go ahead and do the installation with this engine swap. But we're going to be more focused on selecting that white install button, and after you select it, it'll just ask you one last time if you in fact want to do this. Once you say yes, you will actually go ahead and complete this action, which will be great if you haven't reached level 50, and also it'll save you a ton of credits depending on what the swap is. So if you guys are curious on what parts I have for car customization, here are the rims I'll be using for this wheel. It's going to be Inkel Racing Revolution. Make sure you just basically copy down the rim diameter, the width, and the offset, which are going to be set to wide with 21-inch rims. After you get those wheels installed to the car, the next option is going to be Type B for the front bumper. As we check out the side, it's going to also be Type B. And then for your last two custom parts, the rear bumper, it's going to be Type A, and then for your final part from car customization, it's going to be the custom wing set. It doesn't matter what kind of height you set on the wing, just make sure to set the custom wing set and you'll be good to go. For our parts from tuning shop, for the sports category, it's going to be sport hard tires for club sports, power restrictor, and ballast. Semi racing category, you do need the fully controlled computer, the custom LSD, custom manual transmission, and increased vibration. And then for racing, it's going to be your last category for your parts. It's going to be the torque filtering sensor and the flying clutch and flywheel with extreme the tuning angle adapter, and that's going to be it. So here's a quick look at the build itself. Nothing too crazy about it. Sport hard tires, of course, fully customized diff with the torque differential at 2575. Downforce 80 to the front, about 293 for the rear. The ECU, make sure it's down to 70. 187 for the ballast. We're going to have it all toward the front at negative 44. 73 for your power restrictor. The fully customized manual transmission at 400 kilometers. And then for the other part of the list, nothing too much back here other than the steering angle adapter and the increased vibration, and that's going to be it for the build. So that flying clutch and flywheel, just skip it and you'll be good to go. So for the car itself, this car is going to be very quick, but it's also going to be very thirsty. So I would recommend that when you start this race, just to start on race map number 2. This is going to be pretty much going to be the best map selection. You could try map 3 or map 4 just to try and stretch out your fuel a bit more, but I think map 2 overall should be probably the best thing for this car. Now, the thing about this car is to make sure you just brake a little bit early into the corners, as we're collecting a lot of speed for this car. But for this car, it felt really good, and I'm actually on my PS5 controller for this race as well, and the car actually has pretty decently good handling to the car, despite it being a very aggressive, lot of HP, low downforce build for the car. I would say though, just make sure you stay on the driest part of the track. Otherwise, if you don't, as you saw there, the car is going to tend to basically just drag away from the racing line. It's going to cause it to be tight and not get as much grip. But as you can see, we're already P4 about halfway through the first lap of this race, and this car, really good acceleration. Matter of fact, it's probably like the ultimate best acceleration when it comes to this race for the grid, and your car is also going to be the best when it comes to the top speed. I think the only downside, of course, is brakes, handling, and the fuel itself. But once you get yourself a good rhythm in this race, you can really put down some seriously good lap times in this car. So we're trying to get ourselves around this Ogen Supra. Is actually costing us to pretty much lose a lot of time, and it's actually being in the way, but thankfully we do manage to pass it as we approach this right hand turn. And thankfully for us, since this car is a all-wheel drive car, you should pretty much not have to push much of a fight for this turn. It should be able to pretty much smoothly turn right and be able to make the corner just perfectly without having to put too much stress on the car. And just like that, as you can see from the straight, we can just really be able to push out. Now, one thing I do want to mention, if you're a automatic transmission user, I would suggest probably map 4, 5, or 6 just to help you out, since you don't have the short shifting ability, if you want to pretty much save your fuel for this race. But as you can see, as we begin lap 2, after passing the first double apex turn right-hander, we're going to go ahead and grab the lead pretty early in lap 2, so very easy pass for us to take the lead, and we pretty much run away from it from that point on. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to what's going to be lap 5. It's going to be our official hot lap for this race. So I really will encourage you guys just to look at this lap and see what this car is really good at, to basically try to follow what the car is doing as well on the track, and then I'll see you guys when we get to our pit stop strategy. Alright, as soon as you get done with your hot lap, we're going to move our field map to number 6 and pretty much try to stretch our field as much as we possibly can, and thankfully we were able to do that. And what I will suggest to do is, as soon as you get to the pit road entrance, move your field map to number 2. I don't know why, I just a bad habit, just move it back down to number 1, but in reality move back to number 2. For this pit stop, I would highly consider of changing your tires and add fuel. As you can see, I actually did skip the process of changing tires, and I pretty much regretted doing that decision, especially later in the race. So I would highly recommend you do that. It's going to save you a lot of time, especially in the later part of the race when the tire wear does kick in into the race, just to do both actions. Now, unfortunately, we did pit a little bit earlier than we're accustomed to, but thankfully after all the pit cycles was completed, we actually did maintain and were able to retake the lead in this race. But as we fast forward to lap 11 to lap 12, it's going to be the same dance as we did earlier. Just move your map to number 6 as starting the last lap, and basically just drive like it's lap 6 again. And as you can see, the tires they were pretty much cooked. I mean, the front tires really in bad shape. The rear tires kind of in okay shape, but the front tires, of course, are the more important tires for this car. They were just done. So despite that, we're going to do a decently good 26:06 total time. Could have probably went a bit faster even if we did have fresh tires, which was quite unfortunate, and considering that this car is a bit thirsty, not being able to really experience the full field map 1. But despite that, really good car, especially for having great acceleration and great speed. And like I said before, if this doesn't work out, then I'll suggest Le Mans. As you guys can see, got ourselves that clean race bonus, and that's going to be it for this episode. So the next episode is going to be quite special, quite a treat as well. The next race is going to be yet again at Tokyo Expressway using the Ferrari 330 P4, and yeah, this is going to be a very expensive build. So hopefully you do have this car, hopefully you have the credits for it. It's going to be quite a lot of fun, and potentially this could be a real sleeper, so stay tuned for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you'd like to support the channel and like to see more of my content later down the road, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. If there is any particular tunes you'd like for me to try out, you're more welcome to put them down in the comments below, and I'll try my best to do them. Here's the last episode. If you want to check that out as well, there it is right down there for you to take a sneak peek. And with that being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night, wherever it might be. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys later, and take care.